The big one was the Spanish flu of 1918 and 1919. One thing that stands out from this, and in comparison to the situation today, is just the numbers, the astounding numbers of people who died. That includes in South Dakota. 1,093 in South Dakota was a lot, but 50 million worldwide and hundreds of thousands in the United States. Another thing is that it came in waves. There were about 3 separate waves starting in late 1918, and then in 1919 they came and went with a great deal of speed. Another one is the geographic differential, that it didn't hit every place in the state in the same way, and I'm sure there's a lot more research that could be done on that. Another is the slowness with which some public officials figured out what was going on and what to do. And that took a while for it to sink in, and once it sank in, it was almost too late. These kinds of things. The mysteriousness of the whole thing, how little was known then and even today about why it arose so quickly and why it disappeared so quickly. Then you think about, as the first explorers and travelers, fur traders up the Missouri River came, they brought their diseases with them and infected a lot of the Indian tribes, which killed as many as half or more of them in a short period of time. There were also the cholera epidemics of the 1830s and 1850s and 1810s that would have had some effect or other, but it's hard to know because there really aren't many written records about that in the area. One thing that needs to be said is that there's been very little written about this. The standard textbook on South Dakota history, Herbert Shell, has nothing about the flu epidemic. Robert Karlevitz tells us that the Spanish flu killed 1,093 people, according to the State Board of Health. Well, as a historian, we always like to think that there are lessons to be learned from history. I think just paying attention, being aware, and using our imaginations to think about what the possibilities are, and perhaps getting prepared for things so that we know how to react when they occur.